guys, it's Rach. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my current drugstore foundation routine. I haven't done one of these videos in a very long time, so it is definitely overdue. I'm going to be sharing with you my current favourite drugstore base makeup products. So not just foundation but concealers and powders and highlighters and bronzers and contours and things like that. I'm also going to give you a couple of alternatives in case some of these products aren't available where you are, and because every day I kind of change it up slightly. I do have a lot of makeup to choose from and there's a lot of great products out there, and I like to sort of change it up depending on my mood and what I need out of my makeup for that particular day. So if you'd like to see how to get this look and my favourite drugstore products, then keep watching. Starting off with skincare, I like to always apply moisturiser before I apply any foundation to my skin. The product that I've been using daily, I absolutely love this. This is the Trilogy Vital Moisturising Cream. It makes a perfect base for makeup and it really hydrates my skin. Our lips need a little bit of TLC too, so applying a lip balm is a must, and since it is that time of year, I figured you can't go wrong with a candy cane flavoured chapstick. Smells like peppermint. Not to prime is a crime is what they say. I don't know if I 100% believe that, but I have been enjoying a few drugstore primers lately. One of them is a pore filling one. This is the Innoxa Skin Perfecting Pore Vanishing Cream. I'm going to apply this to my T-zone or anywhere where I have enlarged pores. I particularly like this one because it has a little bit of coverage as well. To keep oils at bay, particularly in the warmer months, I love the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Perfecting Primer. This has been a holy grail of mine for many years and I highly recommend it. If you don't have too many issues with oil control, or you don't have an issue with your foundation wearing away throughout the day, then you could probably skip this step. Sometimes I find that applying extra products, applying too many products, can actually make your foundation go cakier quicker, so less is more when possible. I'm going to do something a little bit out of the ordinary and apply my under eye concealer before I apply my foundation. I've been doing this for the past few weeks and I've found that it really makes it easier for my under eye concealer to blend in with the rest of my foundation and avoid that reverse panda thing that can happen sometimes when you use a light concealer underneath your eyes. I'm quite partial to the Maybelline concealers when it comes to drugstore concealers. I think that they have a good range for various different concealing options. I'm going to be using the Instant Age Rewind today for under my eyes, but I do really like the Dream Lumi Touch, and I also enjoy the Fit Me concealer. This one's in the shade Brightening. Just blending this out with my Furless Pro 7e brush. I like to mix my foundations a lot of the time, whether it be to get a better colour match for me or to get properties that I prefer, whether it be more coverage, less coverage, more longevity, a more dewy finish, a more matte finish. I think that it's great to mix foundations to really customise what you're looking for. I have to thank Creme for this particular pairing. I absolutely love these foundations on their own, but together they work fantastically. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation and the L'Oreal True Match. I'm using a 50-50 ratio, a single pump of each. I'm just going to be blending this in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I find that the two of these mixed together just gives you the perfect amount of coverage, it gives you the perfect finish. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy, it's not too heavy, feels very light on the skin, and it also has a good amount of longevity. Also, because the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation is quite limiting in the shade range, I think there's only about 3 or 4 shades that are available here in Australia. If you have struggled to get one to match, maybe mixing it with the L'Oreal, which does have a wider shade range, may help it work for you. Going back in with a damp Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and a tiny little bit more of that foundation mix, just on any areas where I feel like I might need a little bit of extra coverage. And I like to do this just to really press the foundation into the skin. Before we move on to any powder products, I wanted to go in with this new cream highlighter that I've been loving. It's the Essence So Glow Cream to Powder Highlighter. This is in Look on the Bright Side look on the bright side. Look on the bright side shade number 10. It's a really, really gorgeous, quite intense highlighter. Sometimes I like to leave my own natural oils to do the highlighting, but every now and then I feel like I want something a little bit special, and this is really, really pretty. I'm just taking a small amount of this on the back of my hand where I've got any excess foundation that I had. And I'm going to use my small duo fiber brush. This one is from Makeup Geek, just to mix the two products together. This will give you a really natural finish and won't disturb the foundation that you already have applied. I'm applying it to the tops of my cheekbones. It's just so, so pretty. And you can use the foundation to sort of lower the intensity if you don't want it to be as blinging. Just popping a little bit on my Cupid's bow as well with my finger. For any blemishes I have on my face, I like to use a heavy duty concealer and just apply it in small areas, doing a bit of spot concealing. I really recommend the Thin Lizzy Concealer Cream. This one doesn't get talked about a lot, but it is a drugstore product. You can get it in Big W and in certain chemists here in Australia. It is on the pricier side for drugstore, but is at that kind of price level, and it is really high coverage, quite thick, a little bit sticky, so it's good for any kind of blemishes that you do need to cover and for it to last. I would compare it to something like the Makeup Forever Full Coverage Concealer or the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer, but this one is a little bit easier for us to get here in Australia. You really only need the smallest amount of this stuff. I'm setting my foundation today with the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder. If you don't have access to Australis where you are, I really like the Essence All About Matte Powder, as well as the Rimmel, the Stay Matte Powder. Love that one as well. For contouring and bronzing, I've been using the Australis AC on Tour Contouring and Highlighting Kit. Taking my Real Techniques contour brush and the center contour shade here, I'm taking a really small amount. These are highly pigmented, so I'm going to dust off the most of this on the back of my wrist and just slowly build it up in the hollows of my cheeks. Just running the smallest amount down the side of my nose. To stop that from looking muddy, I'll go back in with the skin toned powder, or this lighter shade here, and just blend this along the sides of my nose, just to dull down that contour a little bit, blend it out nicely. On a large fluffy brush, I'm going to take this really warmed toned powder, again dusting off the excess because they are really pigmented, and I'm just going to use this above my contour to kind of blend it out a little bit, and also to bronze up my skin, warm it up a bit. I know this product has gotten mixed reviews. I have done a review myself, so if you'd like to see that, I will link that just here for you guys. But I do think if used properly, you can really get some nice makeup out of it. Just going back in with my original powder brush just to make sure that's all really blended out. If you don't have access to that contouring kit, and I've only had it recently, in the past my favourite contour has always been the NYX blush in taupe, and I still absolutely love this one. I think it's one of the best available on the market for a drugstore, maybe one of the only real contouring powders that are available on the market from the drugstore. And then I also really love for a bronzer the Body Shop Honey Bronzing Powder. I know this is technically not drugstore, but it is relatively inexpensive. It's not high-end, really nice matte bronzer, and great. They do have a few different shades too for different complexions. Blush is something that definitely changes for me day to day, depending on my mood, what eye makeup I've got on, what lip colour I'm going for, just whatever I'm feeling on that day. But I have been really enjoying the Milani Baked blushes. One of my go-to colours is Rose Doro, which is what I'm going to pop on today. If you are looking for a good drugstore blush, I do highly recommend the Essence Silky Touch blushes as well as the NYX blushes. Both of these do a really good job, have a great pigmentation, and are relatively inexpensive. Thanks to the magic of video editing, I have gone ahead and finished off the rest of my face makeup for today. I've kept it quite simple, but if you would like to know what else I have on my face, I will have all the products listed in the description box below. I am going to finish off my base makeup with a makeup finishing spray. This is the Makeup Finishing Spritz from Australis. It is supposed to set makeup for all day wear, and it just feels really refreshing on your skin. Smells like roses. It's lovely. That, guys, is my completed current drugstore foundation routine. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing it and hearing about some of my favorite drugstore base makeup products and alternatives that you can use. Hopefully you found this useful and maybe found some products that you might want to pick up and try. I forgot as we're going along to mention some alternatives for highlighters. I do really enjoy the Physicians Formula highlighters, their shimmer strips and these pearl ones. This one in particular I use quite a bit. It's the Light Bronze Pearl, and this is a really good sort of quite similar product to the what is this? The MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. I use this one a lot and these are really, really similar. The finish is almost exactly the same and going on the skin they look pretty much identical. The MAC one is a little bit more pinky and the Physicians Formula is a little bit more peachy, but both are really, really great highlighters and I enjoy using them a lot. So that is it for this video. I would absolutely love it if you guys could share your favorite drugstore foundation or foundation routine products in the comments below so I can see them and so everyone else can. If you've got some of the same as me or maybe something different, something that you think I should try, that would be absolutely awesome. Also check out the description box, like I said, for a list of products as well as links to all my social media. Come say hi, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye! If I could get it open.